most of the Indian knowledge system were oral. I have been saying it in my earlier videos also. They were all orally transmitted. Whereas the Western knowledge sources which emerged after the Common Era, much after the Common Era, by then it was all literary and printed and things of that kind. So the way they were trying to date, the kind of methodologies that they used to date were simply inappropriate. You cannot adapt the same method of dating knowledge which has been transmitted through orally is going to be a problem. I think we need to understand. Therefore, any kind of dating of the Indian knowledge using the contemporary methods would be at best conservative, approximate and all that. The only thing that we can say is of late we are able to use technology and date some of them slightly better. For example, the corpus, the Indian knowledge system corpus itself has a lot of data of astronomical references being mentioned in those. And today we have some computer software which are all able to plot the night sky anywhere in this universe, in this world, from something like 3000 or 4000 BC to 8000 AD. So people are able to use those kinds of software, take these astronomical references and put them into that and come with a certain kind of dating of the Indian knowledge system. That's one thing that is happening now. So that's the only thing that we can. So you see a table, I have put a long table, it's not even readable in some sense, simply because I wanted to give a quick view of a simple sample. This is not exhaustive, but it is a simple sample of some of the IKS repository that we have, we know and so on. And let's look at each one of them in a little bit of detail. I have broadly split this IKS repository into three blocks. One we will call it as before 3000 BCE. In modern parlance that is called dark ages, because the Western civilization did not have anything, so it's all dark for them. But for the Indian civilization, we already created a lot of material by then. So we have what is called the modern parlance as dark ages, but we have planetarium software, we have certain ways by which we can do excavations at Dwaraka, for example, or the planetarium software and so on. So this particular period, the main contributions are Vedas, Puranas, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana and so on. And so these are the main texts, and they by and large talk about the code of living, dharma and several other topics are all part of it. Then comes the second period, which I call it as 3000 BCE to 5000 CE, if you take it that. And what you see here is a sample set of about 20 works. And this period is roughly the beginning of the recorded human history as per the Western methodologies up to the fall of the Roman Empire. While the rest of the world was picking up the skills of organized living, the Indian society has been actively creating a variety of knowledge. You see this table here, you have Vedanga Jyotisha, which talks about astronomy, you have the Manusmriti, Sulba Sutras, which is good on mathematics and so on. If you go down, you have Buddhist texts, Nyaya and Vaisheshika, which is about logic and epistemology and so on. Further you go down, you have Mahabhashya, which is a great commentary on Sanskrit language, Rasa Ratnakara and alchemy. Further down you have Amarakosha, which is something like a lexicography and text on linguistics and so on. And then you have Brihad Samhita, which is really a sort of an encyclopedia which has a lot of topics. It also has things on astronomy and mathematics and so on. So this is just a sample. Then we go to, so essentially we have a rich repository of knowledge cutting across several disciplines of knowledge, as you see from this table. Then you come to the next stage, which is 500 CE to let us say 1800 CE, where we see a number of works. Again, you have some 16 of them listed here, but what you see here is a strong foundation in mathematics, continuous contributions in mathematics and astronomy, building on the earlier foundations and so on, leading to the development of several allied areas like architecture, technology, metalworking and so on. So, this gives a very good sense of what it is. We also have great contributions, as you see from here, to temple architecture. All these architectural texts that you see, for example, you have Manasara, which is there, Mayamata, then the 11th century you have Samarangana Sutradhara. All these are have ideas on science, technology and etc. etc. So, this is how it is. So, in a way what you see is, in this period of existence, it is a consolidation of earlier ideas and putting it, improving on the earlier work and so on. So, this is how the historicity of this literature is all about. So, I thought I will just give you a quick peep into some of the representative works here, which seems to suggest that we have really multifaceted knowledge in the Indian knowledge system. So, we will end this module with one more idea, and that is what is so unique about the Indian knowledge system, and therefore, unless you know that uniqueness, you cannot appreciate some of the literature. So, we will see that and end this module. Thank you.